For those who don't know me, I'm Kevin's older. I promise I'm older than him. I can't grow a beard. I'm shorter, but I do have about 6 years on him. I want to thank everybody. I know a lot of you have traveled a long way. I've heard West Virginia, Chicago, New York, California. It's a long way to come for a free meal, so I'm glad you guys did that. And that joke came from brides.com. I will not be going back to that website anymore, I promise you. But no, for real, I want to thank, on behalf of these two, the parents of Ashley and Kevin. Without you, this amazing event doesn't happen. Your support, your credit cards, that's really what made today come together. And Ashley, you did a great job. This is an awesome venue. You picked out all the food. Very nice, very nice. You did it all. We kind of watched you, and Kevin, you did the best job because you sat back on your phone next to her on the couch, and you said, every time you thought you heard her ask a question. That's what you did. So that's good. Most of you that know Kevin, you know him from later in life, probably college or after that. So since I know him and a lot longer, I'm going to go back a little further. And when he and I were talking about what I might bring up in this speech, he said, why don't you just stand there and compliment me the whole time? I said, I can do that. So I decided to do that. I said, I'll pick a few words, things that I think about you, and see what comes up. So first, we all know Kevin is funny, all right? So he does funny things. So when I first met him, 1984, I was getting off the bus, tough day at first grade, just wanted to go sit on the couch and get some apple juice in me, and that was it. And my grandmother was out on the lawn, and she said, hurry up, we have a big surprise. So I'm like, Star Wars action figure coming up. Like I knew I had that waiting for me inside. So I go running in. This guy is laying there on the bed. Not what I expected at all, not an action figure. And all my friends came in and they were all huddled around and Kevin's got everybody's attention and we're all looking at how great he is, and he just immediately pees straight back over his head into the wall. I was like, it killed. It was the best thing. He's like, your first day, you're just making everybody laugh. One of the other things about, actually, I do have notes. I probably should have pulled those out a while back. When you think of Kevin, you don't always think of this word, that he's a fighter. But he is. He's a bad fighter. But when we were young, we liked to act out the Karate Kid movie. Like, that was our favorite movie. We had it on VHS. And so we would bow to our sensei, and we bowed, to each other. And because I was the older brother, I usually won. I mean, I was bigger than you at the time. I was able to handle it, but it was really just because you would always set up in the crane kick. Like, I knew what was coming every single time, so I could take you down. And when I did, I also knew Mom and Dad were coming. So I'd roll over on my back. He would just be bloodthirsty on top of me, just pounding his tiny little fist into my side. And I knew the more I laughed and the more I jammed my thumb into your ribs, as they came, the more in trouble you were going to get. So they show up and they peel you off and you'd be trying to scratch my face, and that's what has kept me as best kid in the family this whole time. So thank you for that. Another word, Kevin is nice. I don't have a story for that. Kevin is somewhat tenacious. Like, you take it to just the brink of where something's hard and then you kind of give up. But so when we were young, he tried out for the football team. I don't even know how old you were. Yeah, it was really young. It wasn't tried, it was you signed up back then. So he got all the way out of the car and he tried to pull his pants up and buckle them so that they would fit for the whole practice, and that didn't happen. Like, he couldn't buckle the pants. They were too big. He's blaming other people. He couldn't handle the belt. And so the other kids are running laps, and Kevin just got back in the car and quit. So he got all the way to practice, which was tenacious in itself, but then the belt was too hard, so he gave up. One time you told me you had got a new car, or just borrowing someone's car, and you couldn't find the gas button. So you sat at the gas station trying to get the gas tank open for 5 whole minutes. Again, tenacious to stay that long, but then he couldn't figure it out, so he had to drive away. I don't know how you ever got gas that day. You're a little bit of an entrepreneur. You used to get big into Napster. Do you remember that? When you would burn Eminem CDs for your friends and sell them in high school? And then he took the money and he used it on hair dye, and he had that little blonde buzz cut. just like Eminem. So that was smart. And Kevin is a risk taker. You packed up in 2006 when you graduated, and you moved to California. You broke your mom's heart that day. Hope you know that. But no, you packed up and you said, I want a career in music, and you followed your heart, and that's what you've had ever since then. You went all the way out there with nothing but your Jetta. You met Tyler, and you lived with Lindsay, and you made a bunch of friends, and it was great. And then in 2007, this is a story that Kevin believes is that you guys, when he was home on Christmas, you met at Back Booth, which is a club in Orlando, a concert. So that was the first time you met her. She denies it, but I think you should keep that story. I think it's better that way. And then they did the AOL Instant Messenger thing, whatever was cool at the time, that got them through till about 2011, and that's when you guys were official. And, that brings me to Ashley. And by the way, does Ashley not look beautiful? Everybody, I think we should applaud her. Kevin, you didn't even shave. Nice job, buddy. I know you two are great for each other. I know he loves being with you, because when I call him, he just puts my calls right to voicemail when he's with you, so thanks. I also know you're great for him because you will let him wear anything outside of the house. It doesn't matter, and that's what he needs, is that kind of freedom. But I am very excited to have you in our family, to welcome you in. We want to help you in any way we can. We want to watch you guys grow. I think, if I can hope for anything or give you any advice, it's that you focus on the things that make you different. You have a lot in common, but look at the things that you can do to make each other better. How you can push each other to improve. Like Jess pushed me to improve this speech like 3 times in the past 2 days. It's just something, you can always be a little better, and I think focus on what makes you different and really contribute that to each other, and you'll be great. And Kevin, I know I give you a hard time a lot, but I really do admire you and I respect you. This is the part I have to read. Hold on a second. You're someone who pushes me more than anybody. You're always trying to get me to do things that make me happy, and I don't ever listen to you. But it's not for you not trying. I mean, this is something that you want to see me happy, and I appreciate that. And I want to do those things, and really I want to do the same for you. I'm proud of you. I am proud to tell people you're my brother. I'm proud to tell them what you do. I don't help them get tickets to things anymore, but you're my best friend, and I'm just really proud to get this opportunity today to do this. And with that, I do want to propose a toast. It's a little different. There's a song, I wanted to use it, and I'm not going to screw it up. I asked you the other day, so I had to switch what I wanted to do. But I'm going to read from the book of Blink-182 and recite a chorus that reminds me of you guys. If you know it, yeah, you don't have to sing, I'm not going to sing it. But you can raise your glasses, and if you have those vape wands, you can put those up too. Because I fell in love with a girl at a rock show. She said, "What?" And I told her that I didn't know. She's so cool, gonna sneak in through the window. Everything's better when she's around. I can't wait till her parents go out of town. I fell in love with a girl at a rock show. To Kevin and Ashley.